Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the K1100 budget build. Now if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen where we are right now, I highly suggest you guys go and check out the other videos after you watch this one. But last video we got the frame on and the wheels on, and now she is on her own weight. So I've been working on off camera is the gas tank. We're going to do navy blue. I'm pretty sure that was in the last video. I've been sanding it down with 2500 grit sandpaper, so that's why it looks kind of hazy and everything. But we're going to go over it with some clear coat in the morning. Right now it is 8:45. But anyways, what I'm going to do for the rest of the night, I think, is going to try to shorten up the wiring harness and get that all in its place. But anyways, go get a nap, and then we can go over here and work on the gas tank in the morning. I'm going to try to do the clear coat on this. But anyways, ain't nothing to it but to do it. I don't remember how this went on. Alright guys, next morning out here, you can hear all the crickets and everything chirping out. Anyways, we're gonna go and clean up our gas tank. Sorry it's so humid out here. Anyways, just wipe this down with some wax and grease remover, and we're gonna go at it with our clear coat. The clear coat that we're gonna be using is this 2x max spray boy right here. Apparently this is supposed to be really good. Maybe this is what I might do on my tank over the winter time. But yeah, anyways, you have to like take off the red cap and shove it in that sucker and shake her up, and it activates something in this. So yeah, anyways, let's do that and start spraying this down with clear coat. this dry for about 5 minutes, come back at it, and do probably like 2 or 3 more coats. Alrighty guys, paint actually turned out pretty darn good after 4-ish coats. As you can see, there's like a little bit of orange peel in this, but over time when this starts to dry, they said it's supposed to even out. Well, we'll see about that. But anyways, I'm gonna let this sit for about a week. Then I'm gonna try to wet sand it and make it look super smooth. In the meantime, we're gonna try to finish up everything with this bike. So what we gotta do is take off the radiator fan, clean up the radiator, see how nice it comes out, might paint it. I also get a lot of questions on what I do with all the hoses that go to like the airbox and stuff, like the crankcase releasing of air pressure crap, whatever it's called. I have a filter here, and I also have a filter right here, and I also need to get a filter that pops on right here as well. Alright, wire this guy up, see if it works. Cool beans. High beam. Split. Boom, high beam. Blinker thingy. And oh, we can actually use our blinkers. I forgot I have to disconnect the relay thing and cut it up and whatnot, but yeah, it's probably making different noise over here. Yep. So let's rip that sucker apart and we can replace those. Oh, I can also test out the horn. Oh my goodness, it's loud. Now I gotta rip all this gooey stuff out and get to the little board in here and slice some stuff up. I have to go back in one of my old videos and see where I have to cut this. Alright, that wasn't very clear. So if this works, I'll put a very clear picture on the screen for you of where I cut this at. I'm kind of I'm like feel more hesitant than I was in that video. I don't know. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, let's go see if this works. Fantastico. Alright, blinkers don't work at all now. Alright, after waiting forever, and is that a cat? After waiting forever, and trying to fix up the situation, I soldered it back together, and it's that little next tab over that needs cut. I'll put a picture on the screen, actually, like I said earlier. And, but yeah, it works now. Alright, to the right, shampoo, blinker boy. On the left, shampoo, blinker boy. Cool beans. Now let's put that piece of plastic all together and get her tidied up. Alright, with all my guesstimation and my splices and testing going on, I think I have this correct. Let's try her out. Running light. Brake, 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 brake. Blinker on the right side. Cool beans. Cancel. Left side, cool beans. Sneaky peeky, not allowed to see. That took way too long. Alright, I'm gonna go get my automatic boy. Oi! That's what the cardboard was there for. Not smart on my part. This is why I didn't take up this disgusting floor situation I had, because I knew I was going to spill oil for that. Alrighty guys, we got the oil pan on, and we should never leak anything more out of this thing for the rest of this build. Basically because I want this started tomorrow, and we're going to take her up to Pennsylvania. Okay, this will be the first time it ever like actually moves, and get it off of this disgusting radness. It's bothering me super bad about how gross this is. Finally get to move it out from underneath. Alrighty guys, got the mirrors on here, and I also figured I'll give you guys a little rundown on how the wiring is done. Not too in-depth, but I think I gave you guys pretty in-depth one on my last one. So everyone, get ready to listen to what I'm about to say. So, the plug that goes from this big chunky boy wire goes, and it's actually a big plug in here. It only fits up to that plug and has the same amount of pins that go to this one. Same thing with this one. This one comes over and does a big chunky plug, plugs in, and that's the only one that will fit up to this one with the same amount of pins. Then you have two big boy plugs left. One of them is going to be this guy right here. I have it plugged into like a little converter thing. I'll link it down in the description below. They got grounds up here, and they got like high beam, blinker, all that stuff. I'll show you guys with the speedometer. Here is the wire for it. When we plug that in, and where that, you'll see the blinker for it, high beam light for it and stuff. But yeah, that will all be plugged into this, and I will have that in the description below. You cannot run a different speedometer without some type of relay connecting to this, or else it will not start. Everything that goes into the motor up here in the front, this wire that goes up, there's like 4 wires that go up, or 3, I don't know. Anyways, they only get color coded, color per color, get plugged into all these stuff here. Like, I know this plug goes down into the timing chain area. So yeah, it's not too crazy. If you thought before you did anything, this is the hazard lights. I'm going to take this off and make a separate switch for the hazard lights. But anyways, every single thing I labeled on one end to the other end, so I know exactly where it goes. The other big switch that goes up here is for your ECU. Right here my ECU will be sitting. Now this gets plugged up to everything connecting to the motor, like your ignition coils down here has 2 plugs for that. Make sure you have them labeled which one's which, like how this says 2 and this says 1 on it. I labeled the wires underneath them for 1 and 2. Now if you get those backwards, you're going to start shooting flames out the exhaust and it's not going to start. But anyways, other things that this connects up to is like right here, and down in here there's a module down there. Just make sure you don't cut anything that comes off of that unless it goes to ABS. If your bike has ABS, cut all that crap out. Like anything that comes down here to like the policy buoy down there. Same thing with the back. I believe it was back here or in front. On this bike I cut out the wire, but I left wires long enough just in case something went bad with the O2 sensor. I've been running mine. I put about like 5,000 miles on my bike without having an O2 sensor, and I have not had one problem with it. If anyone else has had a problem with it, let me know down in the comments and I will correct myself next time I see it. But anyways, all it is just making sure that you have everything plugged in. I know this looks super intimidating with all these wires. Trust me, it's pretty darn simple. Just leave things that you should, like these relays and stuff, and everything in this box stays. Alrighty, well here's my bracket for the speedometer. I didn't film it because I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but it ended up decently good, so cool beans. Hey bud, what's up?
Hey buddy, how's it going?
Okay, how are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just checking it on you.
Just working here.
On what?
On the car.
Oh, also, hey, I was calling to check in about the bike too. I was just wondering how that's looking.
Oh, it's getting there.
When do you think it's gonna be done?
Oh, I don't know, like sometime soon. I'm getting there, I guess.
Hey, well don't rush now. You can do it any other time.
Well, I want to get it done before it gets like cold out, you know.
Seems a little late for that, huh? Well, you had it for like 2 years.
It hasn't been 2 years. I'll get it done.
Well, don't rush now. Like what I said. Just
No, I'll get it done this week. Don't you worry.
12 seconds later.